Hi, this is Jacob from GLFR. Welcome to this short introduction on how to use the import members feature inside GLFR Business. First of all, why to import members? Of course, this is a way for you to easily add a lot of people into your club app. There are two places where you can import members. You can import them directly into your club as members, as we call them here, or you can add them into specific communities. In this video, I will go into how to do it into communities, but the flow is the same whether it's for communities or as a club member in general. Let's go into a community, and I want to add people to the golfers of GLFR community. Let's go in here. And as you see right now, this is a completely blank community that I added earlier. I will go into members. There are none. So I want to import a list. This is where you can see all of the members that already have joined your community. And importing new users won't change anything about the people that are already on the list. There are basically two ways to do this. The fastest way is clicking import over here, which allows you to upload a CSV or Excel file to the platform and automatically import hundreds or even thousands of users. If you have fewer users or just one at a time you want to add, you can do it with the Add Members button. I'll show that in a few minutes. Let's click Import Community Members. I will choose this file that I made ready here and click Open. This shows this interface that helps you map the columns of your Excel file with the data points inside the GLFR platform. Let's have a quick look into the Excel file over here. So the sheet looks like this. This, of course, is just example data. But as you see, we have a name, email, member ID, handicap, and gender column. I even misspelled handicap just for a little test of how this works. And you see I have all of the data here. Some of my members for the community don't have a member ID yet. That's completely fine. The only required fields here are name and email. But the more data you give the platform, the easier it is to ensure that they are automatically added to your community. So in the case of Ashley, Daniel, Olivia, and James down here, we might not be able to match them if they have created a GLFR user with a different email than the one you have in your list. But if we had their union ID, we have two things to check. It's not important, but it makes it a little easier. Let's jump back into the importer. So over here, as you see, we have 6 different fields that can be imported. The first one is name, and this automatically checks with the column names of your Excel or CSV file. So in this case, as we saw in the Excel file, the column 1 is called name. So the platform can automatically identify that and selects name for you. If your file is not in English or it has something different as the name, then it won't automatically find it. So you have to click over here on the dropdown and select whichever column is the name column in your file. I will do that for name. Same thing goes for email. And as I mentioned, I made a small misspelling of handicap inside the Excel file, so it doesn't automatically find handicap because I missed the I. So I have to click down here and say handicap as I made the mistake. Click there, and now you can see that it finds the first 3 handicaps of the file, and it's all good. It automatically sets the check mark over here that it wants to import this line as well. I also want to import the union ID, which is in my file is called member ID and can be a lot of different things. So I'll select that. In some cases and countries, you will get a little marker here with a warning if the setup of the ID is not what the platform expects. As long as it's just a yellow warning, it's fine. It just means that it doesn't follow the scheme that we expected when we coded it. But everything should still be working based on email, and it's fine to have those errors or warnings in the member ID. Right now, the platform expects numbers dash numbers. So if it's not that way your ID is set up, it'll make a warning, but you can continue. Let's do the same for gender down here, male and female. That's absolutely perfect. And I don't have a birth date in my file, so there's nothing to select, and I will leave that blank. The next important step, of course, is to ensure that you have consent to do this. So you are only allowed to import members where you are allowed to communicate with this member. And of course, you probably already have this consent based on your member platform or whatever it is. But just to make sure that we are GDPR compliant and everything else, you, of course, have to confirm this on every import. So you click down here that you have consent to import all of these users into a platform. And that's all we need. Now I can click upload. Then you will be met with this little message, which asks if you want to send an email to your imports. And that's a pretty good idea, because this is a great way, especially if you don't have a lot of users inside Golfer yet, to inform everyone that you have started using these communities. If you click no, nothing will be sent out, but the members will still be imported into your community. They just won't get the notice. Note that these emails are sent out in a few different ways, depending on whether the member already has a Golfer user or not. But that content is not up to you to decide. Basically, they will just get a different kind of invite, whether they know the platform beforehand or not. We take care of that part. Emails are sent out in a language that fits for your club. If we have that, we currently have Danish, Norwegian for the Gimme platform, Swedish, and English. If you're not in one of those languages, you will just get the English version. If you want a more tailored version, please contact us if we don't have it already, and we can help set up that language as well. I want an email to be sent, so I click yes. And now the import has gone out, and all of these test members that I've made have been imported into the platform. You see them directly here in the list. One thing to notice is that up here is my personal user with my ID. And as you see right here, I have been a member since today when I'm importing it, and my member status is okay. This is because I already have a Golfer user, and the platform automatically pulled me into the community. So now I am a member of it on my phone. The rest of the users are not Golfer users because I just set them up for this demo. So they are all just invited into the platform. And when they add themselves into the Golfer platform, if they sign up with either the member ID or the email from the CSV file, we will automatically pull them into your community. So they get the email now, they sign up in 2 days. And if they remember to sign up with either the email or the member ID that you imported, they will automatically be part of the community. So that's a pretty easy way for you to set it up. And that's why it's a good idea to have the member ID in there, but it's not required because we also check on the email, which is a great way to do it. In here, you now have the list of all of these members waiting, and it will update when they start joining your community. There are some options in here for you to manage these members. You can, of course, filter it to only see the members or only see the invited people, or go back over here. You can also remove a user again by clicking the dots over here. You can kick a user, which just throws them out and they can rejoin if you or they want. Or you can ban them. If you ban them, it will say user banned right here. They will stay on your list, but they will not have access to the community. It will look like they've been kicked, but they cannot rejoin. So this is a way for you to keep them out of there. Let's just keep me there. I shouldn't have access to this community for some reason. So this is how you import them. This is the same if you go into members import and import a complete list of members. The difference is that in members import, they get a different email saying that you use Golfer as your club app in general. Nothing else basically happens. It's just an invite to join the platform. In here, they're drawn into this community specifically. So that's the difference between the two. The last import way to add members, as I said, is the add member button. And this is a more manual approach. So if you have a member coming in and you want to add that specific member, you can just click up here and you have the same input fields as we had from the CSV file. So in here, I can add, let's just do a Jacob2, jam2@golfer.com, just like that. And again, these are optional. Let's say that jam2's handicap is 32 and a male, and add. And now you can basically see that you have the same view that we have before when we imported the Excel or CSV file. So you can add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 users, how many you want, manually through this method. Again, make sure that you have consent, click save. Do you want to send an email, the exact same flow, and you can click yes. So now the next user is imported, and you can, of course, go through all of your imported users down here and stuff like that. So these are the two ways you can add members into your communities without the user actually interacting. This also works if your community is private or hidden. So if members can only join with a PIN code or cannot even see the community because it's a hidden community, you can still import them and they will get into the community without the PIN code. So this is how you can add a lot of members to a private community, and the only way to add members to a hidden community through the import functions. Last but not least, of course, now you have imported a lot of users. You can also do some bulk actions on them. Click up here to select everyone on the list right here. This selects everyone in your list. So not only the ones you're looking at, but everyone, as you see here, 16 selected out of all 16 on the list. You can, of course, also select them one by one. Let's say Jessica, Alice, and John came in and wanted to be removed from the community. You can do that. Simply click up here, click yes, and now they're not there anymore. Right now, they were only invited, so that's not a big deal because they could just ignore it, but you can remove them like that. Let's say Michael comes in and he really wants to join, but he misplaced the email and wants to look at it again. You can also re-invite people in here. So let's say we want to send an email to Michael again, check him off and click re-invite. And of course, this then comes up and tells you, yeah, we already sent an email to Michael just a few minutes ago when we did the import. Are you sure you want to send another email? This comes up if it's been less than 24 hours since your last import. So this is just to prevent spam, basically. You can do it if Michael is at the office and really wants it. He got it earlier today, but he wants another version of the email. You can resend it, but we don't generally suggest sending more than one email a day as an invite. Let's just click no in this case. But I could have said yes, and Michael would have gotten another email. I think that was it from the imports and how to do it. Let us know if you have any issues at support.b2b@golfer.com. We're always ready to help. I hope this will help you get a lot of users into your club app in general, under member import, and of course, into your new communities. Thank you so much for joining us.